We got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff happened in sports this week. What do you want to get into first? Not the predictions for football. We may not have time to talk about that, but
Oh, we gonna make time.
but let's let's get into let's get into uh, Colorado this week or this past week against
I
USC.
I
Now,
think they showed a lot of heart considering they were going against an elite team and they're coming from a 1-11 last season. I think that was impressive for them to come back. They was getting stopped at first, 34 to like 14 or something, and they came back to make it a good game in the end.
yes, sir. What do you think, Lamar?
Well, it's like we all been saying. Long as they're competitive in these games, I'm
Right.
cool with it. I didn't know. I don't think
Right.
anybody expected them to win these last two games. Um,
No, no, no.
but
You know,
I will say the season starts for them now. Now that they got those
Yeah.
two out the way, everything starts
Mhm.
now.
and I think most of us predicted them to lose about four or
Yeah.
five games,
Yeah,
somewhere
agreed.
around there. But what was interesting though is between last week against Oregon and this last game against USC, it was almost night and day because so against Oregon, Sanders threw for 159 yards and a touchdown. He was negative 34 yards rushing.
Mm.
So against USC, he goes 371 for four touchdowns. He had one pick, but he ran for 50 yards too. It was like night and day from how he performed against both teams.
I think they adjusted a little bit to the competition level. That was their first time really getting hit in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, where
I
they're
mean,
like,
even as a
okay,
squad,
it's a
they
different level.
they almost ran 200 yards as a team.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he found a new weapon. Miller had 196 receiving
He
Yeah,
yards.
put
that's
in how
true.
many
Yeah, that's
freshmen
true.
did he put in at one point?
That I'm not sure,
I
but
know he
he
threw a
found a new
couple
weapon.
in. Yeah, and yeah, it doesn't look like USC's defense was ready for that.
Well, and
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
it was the big commotion around what is his name, the cornerback Camardi,
Yeah, Kamara. Yeah, 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 yeah.
and he played real well.
Mm-hmm.
What the big thing that stuck out probably in this game is they only gave up 95 yards rushing.
Mhm.
Wait till he
That's
gets some
huge.
talent. Wait till he gets some talent.
Now from the past they gave up 400 yards. So I mean they probably weren't
Yeah,
rushing that much on purpose. But I mean to have given up last week 240 yards and then this week you only give up 95, that's a leg up if you
Right.
ask me.
They headed in the right direction. Either losses make them stronger, I think, in the long run.
Right.
yeah. Hopefully they can build off this, and like I said, we expected them. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
anybody had them winning these two games, and now
I agree.
everything starts. What you gonna do from here?
Right. Right. You're
I
absolutely
got
right.
a question for y'all though.
Okay.
Is it me or does Shador look like a real quarterback?
This week he
Like a
did.
real quarterback, like an NFL type quarterback.
This week he did. Last week he didn't. Like there was moments where again I thought that he was staying in the pocket way too long. But this last week he was scrambling. He was throwing on the run. Uh, I don't know. He's been a little inconsistent for me. So, but
Yeah, I wouldn't say that he's NFL caliber. He has the talent, and I think he has the potential to be. But I would give him another season or two.
Okay, he should stay at least another year. Y'all think
Oh yeah,
that's fair?
yeah.
I don't. I'm not against it.
well, is he a junior?
He got to be like a sophomore, right?
I believe so. And the reason
Oh,
why I say that, the reason why I say that is because this is really his first time playing against top level competition.
Yeah, correct. That's fair. Yeah, elite competition. Yeah,
yeah,
Right. NFL caliber.
there you
right.
go. That's a fair point.
No,
That's a
you're
fair
right.
point.
And he may need more exposure to that before he start,
Yeah.
What
jumping
makes
in.
it that
Yeah.
which that also makes what he did against USC a little bit more impressive in hindsight thinking about it.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
because if you go to NFL, I mean, keeping it a buck, man, I'm like some big penitentiary bound side. Dude. Getting hit by, I don't know if you're ready for that kind of pain.
Yeah.
That's a whole
No, that's
different
Well,
kind
true.
of.
and they a lot quicker. He's gonna have to make those reads a lot quicker. You got what's the
Aaron
guy's
Donald.
name from the Rams? Aaron
Aaron
Donald
Donald. Right.
and Garrett and all of Bosa and them guys coming at you.
Khalil Mack.
So yeah,
Right. And
right.
I think that is what he needs to learn how to read the defense too.
Yeah.
So I think probably it would be best to stay in
I
college.
think he should stay, and if he already working with Tom Brady, it's only going to be a matter of time before he improves. I know that's probably not fair for him to be able to work with dude consistently, but I think he'll become a good quarterback a lot quicker under the tutelage of Tom Brady.
Isn't that crazy to say though?
But you know what though? Nobody says that about Daniel Jones. He worked out with the Mannings. I mean, they have Manning camps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just getting a personal one-on-one.
right. I mean,
Manning.
like that's a lot of one-on-one. They doing film, they doing the whole thing, bro. Like you can't help but I guess my point is he can't help but to get better with that type of detail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, we'll see. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to shift gears a little bit and talk about this Packer loss. So the big issue is, in my opinion, we allowed 211 yards. Montgomery got 121. This Raymond kid got an individual run for 40 yards. The run.
We can't stop the run all year. Multiple teams have over 200 yards rushing.
How do we fix the run?
Oh, I can tell you exactly what we need to do.
Okay.
Fire Joe Barry.
I knew that was
the problem. He has always been the problem. We have 9 first-round picks on defense. He is the reason. He's always been the reason. Joe Barry don't go home.
I will admit,
spend time with his family.
See, now I will admit that Am will scapegoat any coach, but in this case, I'm starting to agree. I'm really starting to agree because it's a problem. Everybody's getting off. Pause. every team, like you said earlier, every team seems to just crush out, except for Chicago. I think that first game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so.
Well, I kind of.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of knew that they were going to lose this
game. Is there any promising signs for Love? I mean, he had a good second half.
This was his first tough game. I think this was his first tough game, and to me, it wasn't really that bad. Like, he still played better than Daniel Jones, and he a first-time, starter, and that was a bad game. And I still think he still looks like an NFL possible franchise quarterback to me. I don't see anything that was concerning where I'm like, he might not be the one. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a normal kind of bad game.
This was our second time mentioning Daniel Jones. He's trash. He's trash. They gave him all this money. He is trash. But I think as far as Love goes, I like to see what he does, the rest of the season. because this is basically his tryout.
Yeah, I mean,
You
he
know,
passed for
I'm not going to judge
246.
him until next year.
Yeah, I mean, he threw for 246. He had a
Mhm.
touchdown. He did have the 2 picks.
Yeah. And
Um,
one is at the end of the game. I don't really count against it, but it's still 2 picks.
yeah, I mean, he threw 36 times. And another question is, why did we completely abandon the run? I mean, Jones and Dillon both had 5 carries. 5 carries.
I want the real
Make it
truth.
make sense to me, please, because I don't get it.
Well, I didn't watch the game, so I guess the question that I would have is, what was the like at the end of the first quarter or going into the second? What was the score? Were they behind?
Yeah, we were behind the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess I mean, that goes to coaching. Then you abandon the run
I
trying
know
to
you're
play
right.
catch up.
I get that, but 5 carries.
Yeah, you got to score.
I understand
That's
it, but you don't
that's
panic in
coaching.
the but you don't panic at the end of the first quarter and start just trying to launch the ball. That's crazy.
LaFleur is a
Yeah.
fraud. LaFleur is a fraud.
So you want a whole new coach?
I want a
Coaching
whole new
assistant.
coaching staff. Get all that just like how the Bucks cleaned house, and then they brought in a new mojo with Griffin and Terry Stotts. The Packers need a clean house. Defensive coordinator need to go.
How
Offensive coordinator need to go.
how long has
Coach
it
need to
been?
go.
How long has it been since McCarthy left?
4 years maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
About 4. Yeah.
That's not bad. I just feel like
But you have to.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But you have to give him the same leash that you're giving Love. This is basically their first year. Um,
That's a good point.
Before yeah, I mean he had Rodgers. I mean look how much time we gave McCarthy with Rodgers, and he wasted his prime. So I
Like
I think that we judge them both going into next season and see what happens.
Yeah, I think the
Then we get rid of them.
Packers ain't been the same since Ron Wolf, if we're being honest. I feel like he was a
Right.
huge difference maker.
right,
for the
and
Packers.
picking talent. He picked elite talent.
Exactly.
We picked
Yep.
names in the first round, but a lot of them just don't pan out to what they would get picked in the draft. Like this dude we picked this year, Van Noyes. I don't know who that is. I ain't seen him on the field yet. We picked you in the first round as a defensive end. You should be making an immediate impact. Period. You were
And
first round D end.
Wolf went
He
out to
ain't even
free
on the
agents too.
field.
Yeah, but maybe he's a prodigy. We are good at prodigies, I guess.
Yeah.
And quarterbacks.
Right.
And quarterback.
Yeah, you got to.
Because our backup quarterback ain't trash. Clifford is solid. Low key.
Yeah, he looks good.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen him.
He looks good.
Clifford is solid, bro. For real.
All right. We're going to shift gears again to something more interesting. We're going to shift gears to the Bucks. Now, we all know the trade happened. Shout out to Amber's Logic, catching views for the lives.
I'm gonna ride that algorithm way. Hilarious.
But
I'm gonna ride that algorithm way.
So
sure.
It was some stuff that I was checking out when you start comparing Dame to Drew. Now I'm just going to read off some stats, and we can kind of react off of. So for some reason I don't have Dame's minutes written down, but I'm pretty sure they were really similar to Drew's. Drew's is at 32.6, and mind you, I'm going off of the last 3 seasons. Because that's 3 seasons. He had 3 seasons with the Bucks, Drew Holiday.
Okay.
So I'm only going off the last 3 seasons. So Drew averaged 18.4, 4.7 rebounds, 6.7 assists, 1.4 steals, 2.6 turnovers, and a 3-point percentage of 39.5. His 3-point percentage was pretty impressive. Now, out of those, he had career out of the 3 years. last year was a lot of his best years in points, averaging 19 a game, uh,
Mm-hmm.
5 rebounds,
Okay.
7.5 assists. But he averaged almost 3 turnovers too last year.
He definitely averaged them turnovers.
So this was Dame. And again, I don't know how I left off minutes, but they were close to, they were similar to Drew, their 32.6. So Dame averaged 28.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, 7.3 assists, zero point 0.8 steals. We all know about that. 3 turnovers, and he had a 3-point percentage of 36.2. Now, kind of oddly, like Drew, last year he averaged 32.2 last year. Out of his last 3 seasons, last year he averaged the most rebounds at about 5. Same with steals last year, about 1 a game. And like Drew, turnovers last year was a high for him for 3.3. So after hearing them numbers, Lamont, how do you feel about the whole situation?
So I looked up those numbers too, and actually, outside of points, Drew was pretty much shooting better than Dame from the field and from three.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
At a lower rate, though, at a lower volume.
at, because he didn't have to. Yeah, he didn't have to.
And Dame had to.
And Dame had to. He's always had to, if you really want to say it.
Of course.
Right. So it all, with Drew, it was about defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna miss. I understand that we need that second option because Middleton isn't it. We're gonna miss that defense.
I think we're gonna love that offense, though. We really shouldn't have no scoring droughts like we did before. Like,
Oh, definitely not.
that, I think that's the difference. We're sacrificing that for some because even when we didn't have Drew the last 2 years, we done got put out early, not because of it's because of the offense would start. Nobody was hitting. We needed another true scorer at the end of the day. Yeah, the numbers are there, but the impact is different. Dame has always been the bus driver.
Yeah,
Drew
when
ain't no
Giannis
bus
goes
driver.
dry, when Giannis goes dry, we needed somebody like you said.
Yeah, like Dame is something different. We might see the best version of Dame we ever seen here with the Bucks. Think how easy he's gonna get shots instead of the team focusing their defense just on him. He is about to go crazy here, bro. I'm telling you.
Same with
Pick and
Giannis.
roll.
And you know one thing that I will say as far as Dame's defense, if he can push people to drive, I mean, we have two basically defensive player of the
This is
years
the year,
at the rim
right?
waiting, you know. So all he has to do is not let them get shots off, on the perimeter. If he can force
That's
them
a
to
good
drive,
point
we
though,
good.
Lamont. His defense could be more improved if he utilizes his teammates properly. That's a fair point.
Yep.
Right. And like I said before, defense is contagious. I don't see him playing like James Harden defense. I don't think Giannis
Right.
is allowing that to happen.
And I don't think
No, I agree
Lillard
with
is
you. One more. Oh,
terrible
go ahead, Lamont. My
defensively.
bad.
Yeah, I don't think Lillard is terrible defensively.
No, I agree. He's just not elite like no Drew.
Well, I'll say this: if you have to do it on both ends, you're going to get worn down. You're
That's
relying
fair.
on me to score, 30 points a game, and you want me to lock down those guards in the West?
Yeah. And when it comes down to
right, how much can you do? Right.
Right.
I just
So-
think
For
Dame gonna
11
have
years.
right. He been hooping 11 years without having no other dude. Giannis been hooping 10 years without one. And the thing is, they had some kind of infatuation with each other for some years now. So that this is somewhat of a plan. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna need a long time to have chemistry. chemistry. I feel like it'll be fast.
Yeah.
So with the addition of Cameron Payne, I'm not a big fan of him, but he's given 10, 2, and almost five dimes. I can't be mad at that. He's a good addition, especially coming off the bench. So with that addition with everything else, do you have the Bucks coming out the East? Am?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lamar? Because Boston's not a walk in the park.
I have to say, with the pickup of Drew, that team looks good. I'm gonna go with the Bucks because I have to, and they do have a solid team. I wish that they would pick up somebody to play behind Middleton. We can't count on him. Me and Mike talked about it a couple of days ago. I would like for them to pick up either Will Barton or Terrence Ross.
Either one of them would be a solid pickup. I'm not mad at it. I'm trying to think who I would want more. Probably Ross got more ability, but he even less inconsistent. Barton, I probably mess with Barton, man. Will Barton.
I was thinking Barton
because he got that toughness.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need
he's solid. He will solid.
Pick him up.
He's solid.
Has what is he, about 6'7", 6'8"?
Right.
So we'll still be a big lineup. Boston has they got some size now.
Yeah, but not like they used to, giving up Robert Williams III though.
And
Brogdon is gone.
Yeah, and if Porzingis gets hurt, they're in trouble. They have no. Then they just have pretty much.
Porzingis ain't no world stopper on defense.
Nah.
No.
I looked at their roster. They got some young big men that I'm not really familiar with. So I mean, they have some help, but I don't know how effective those dudes are going to be.
Bucks gonna run through them cats, and the Bucks gonna get some of these buyouts because now people are gonna be trying to ring chase, and they clearly see that Milwaukee is probably a good place to go if you're trying to win a ring. So we might get some impactful people on the buyout market, to be honest.
So is Alex gone?
Who?
Exactly. Exactly. Fire. Exactly.
He's the younger one, and he ain't been in the squad. They're not really familiar with him yet, but they're gonna probably have to cut somebody if they want some more roster spots.
Well, he was just signed to the practice squad. He's been with the Herd for the past 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been signed with the Herd for like 3 years.
No, I know he was with the Herd, but I thought that they signed him.
No, just to the practice squad.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he's not taking up no roster spot.
No,
some could say that Thanasis is taking up a roster spot. Some could say.
Yeah, you need that energy.
But you got to keep Giannis happy.
Yeah. I'm okay with him.
It don't matter what you do. I am too. Right. So what do you think the key would be if we met them in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Who, Boston?
Yeah, it would be Dame versus Drew, really, and then Giannis versus Kristaps.
But then Middleton.
And then I think we can maintain. I think defensively, we're going to be better than you think. So I think we'll be able to contain some of their firepower.
But Middleton would have to be holding Brown, right?
Yeah. And I'd rather he hold Brown. Brown can't go left.
He really can't.
No.
That's a fact.
So I thought about this earlier, and I think the key, because everything else to me is kind of a wash when you look at Drew and Dame. Yeah, Dame is going to put up numbers, but Drew has the defense.
No, I think you can't say that though. You can't say it's a wash, and you say Dame is going to get his, but Drew got defense. Well, no, then Drew don't have defense.
Well, I don't think. No. I'm saying Dame is going to get points, but I don't see him putting up 30 and 40 and 50 on Drew.
Oh, I see him putting up 30 against Drew. I mean, I think
Yeah,
honestly, when it comes to defense, I think defense applies to 80% of the league. I'm not seeing like when you step up against like Steph is going to get clamped. You may have moments of frustration when we
Right.
play against each other, but you're not gonna hold me to 12 points or something crazy like that.
Right. Yeah,
no,
exactly. Right.
I see him putting up about. Yeah, I see him putting up about maybe 20 on Drew,
Oh,
but I
I,
think the key is going to be Brooke Lopez.
Mm. Yeah, I think
yeah,
Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis
yeah,
because him coming
Yeah,
off the bench, Bobby put in work.
but I agree though. I think
because
Brooke is that anchor on the defensive end.
Hmm.
no, I mean offensively.
Right, going to him in the post.
I think he's going to be the key because if you look at it, if you're putting Porzingis on Giannis, and then you have Drew on Dame,
Dang.
and you have all these other matchups, where does that leave Lopez
Get you. I
with
get
Al
Mhm.
Horford?
Yeah, he should
Yeah,
destroy
You
Al
know,
Horford.
and probably to
he
be
can
totally honest, Al Horford is gonna probably be holding Giannis and
Giannis.
Right.
not
So
and
now
not
you
Lopez.
have so then you'll have to use Brooks' um, strength and size down low
Right.
against Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
He could draw him out, so that eliminates the rim protecting, that Porzingis may have.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Brook. That
Yeah,
he's going to be the key to that series.
and but you know what, like low key, who the key to that series, who you're saying is Dame, because none of it could happen if he wasn't there. None of those fallback mismatches would stop happening, because he's there. You got to double team somebody, and now you got these good mismatches that a lot of these other dudes are gonna eat from, including Brooke Lopez.
And I think of it just the opposite. You can't double team now.
Right, and that's yeah. Then you got one on one.
Yeah,
Dame is gonna eat good if he get one on one coverage, and so is Giannis.
yeah,
Even like you
As good as
said,
yeah. I
Drew
don't
Brooke
think
is,
you
Lopez.
can
what are they
double
gonna
team.
do in the pick and roll though? So if they do the pick and roll with Giannis and Dame, so Drew just gonna keep switching on Giannis, or he gonna keep fighting through the screen. By the time he fight through the screen, Dame already it's too late. I'm just telling y'all,
And,
even
and
the
you
pick and roll is gonna be a problem. I'm telling y'all.
and think about this, guys. We're thinking of Dame and Giannis on pick and rolls. Imagine Dame and Brook, Dame and Portis, Dame and Middleton. They're all shooters.
The kickouts,
So what
the
are you gonna
kickouts,
do?
yeah, we're gonna be deadly.
Right.
We're gonna be deadly. You know.
I think
Speaking of,
it's going to even be better than people expect just because of, like he's saying, the size. We're one of the bigger teams in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Considering now it's
Yeah.
more smaller teams, smaller ball, to have multiple 7-footers, even including Robin Lopez for fouls if we need it. We have a lot of size on the team. And then Bobby P can play power forward center. And then Bobby P
hmm
offensively ain't no joke. He could be a 20 and 10 player.
I kind of think it was a
And we're
problem
forgetting
with
about
Boston.
Crowder.
Crowder, yeah, he should be coming back strong. He fully healthy and he got a chip on his shoulder. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking getting Drew was a bit of a mistake, only because of the bigs that they had to ship out of there for that trade to go down.
Exactly.
That's
I
the
think they
only
gave up
reason.
too much and multiple first round picks.
Yeah, and not to
That's
mention
a
Drew
lot.
said
Just to spit in our face, just to spit in the Bucks' face. That's a lot.
he might
But what
retire
did
in
they give
2 years.
up?
They gave up the Williams the third.
Robin Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's always hurt. He
yeah.
wasn't reliable.
But if he play in the playoff, that's all they need for him to
They
do.
care about it, yeah. And then Brogdon
I think,
6-man of the year, and then 2 first round picks.
yeah, I think that they're counting on what's the guy's name? He stepped up good last year. What is it, Hauser? They
Okay.
got two cats that really looked good last year.
Okay.
Hauser and there's another one, a big guy. So I think they've seen the potential in them and moved on from Robert Williams because he's always hurt.
Right? No,
Okay.
you may be right. All right.
But that man was a defensive player of the year type player though. Like, so when he
Oh,
played,
I
but the
agree.
thing is, he was hurt all the time except when he played the Bucks. For some reason, he was always healthy during them series.
Hey, Anthony Davis is an MVP caliber, but he has to play to get
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Oh,
That
random
right.
shots fired. That wasn't even necessary. Still shots fired. Shots fired.
And
I
matter of
just think
fact,
the Bucks. I think the Bucks will be one of the most exciting teams to watch this year.
Yeah.
Lamont, what is your brother's in Portland? How does he feel about this trade?
Oh, it's a connection, so he loves it.
Okay, I know he's from Milwaukee, but you know.
Yeah. No, he loves it.
All right, so now we gonna go into some boxing. Am's boy took a L. Who's your boy, Am? Do you want
Little Charlo lost against against Canelo, a man that brought him up 2 full weight classes from where he was undisputed at 154 pounds.
now? Do you think Charlo is fighting just for a check?
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know how true this is. I saw somewhere online that he only got 1.5 million for this fight. I don't know how true that
Yeah,
is.
but he got I
Pay per
forgot
view.
what the percentage is. Yeah, he got percentages.
Okay, because I'm like that really don't sound right that he was.
Yeah, so he took that's just upfront pay, then he get the pay-per-view in the back end. So he'll probably make 15, 20 million
Now,
on the
Yeah.
back end.
now this is going to be interesting because, like you said, most people assume that he took this for a check.
Correct, yeah.
Now, when I look at the stat totals, so Alvarez, of course, landed 134 to 71 for Charlo.
Okay.
Now, what I did find interesting is Charlo threw more punches. Charlo
Yeah.
threw almost 400 punches to his 385.
Yeah, but most of his 385 was power shots.
Yeah, he was getting rocked. But I
Yeah.
mean, he didn't just run the entire fight like people were
No,
saying. I mean, I watched the fight, but
he didn't run. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and this is no disrespect, but I think y'all agree. To be honest, that looked like a glorified sparring match. Neither one of them was really trying to hurt each other. Did you see Charlo face after the fight? He had no bruising. Neither one of them looked bruised. They both could have went out in Vegas. Y'all would have known they got a fight.
Alvarez looked a little
Right.
bit more marked up than Charlo.
Did
If I'm
Charlo
being,
look the same as he came in? Would you agree, Lamont, for real? Like,
Yeah. Um
but he
I
Charlo did a lot of body. Charlo took a lot of body shots that fight.
okay.
right. And like even that when he took a knee, he took a knee. He didn't get hit.
Yeah, you
He
know what
couldn't
I'm saying?
take it.
Yeah.
He
Well,
couldn't
that's what I'm
take it.
saying. It wasn't like Canelo was there. He didn't beat him down or nothing like that. Like he was all lumped up and swole, looking crazy. He just lost. That's what I'm saying. It almost looked like glorified sparring for the most part.
He
Like,
worked him though. He worked him.
yeah,
Yeah, it was the body shots. Once he felt that power, he didn't want it.
Now, does this fight does this tarnish Charlo?
nah.
Because he
He
I
put up
mean,
2
hear
weight
me out.
classes.
Hear me out. Because now when you call out a fighter, I don't care if he did go up 2 weight classes, you lost. If I'm the opponent, you lost. That's what Terrence Crawford saying right now after he called him out. So I'm not sure this loss didn't by any means help his career.
I don't think it hurts it. I don't think it does any change. He's still the undisputed champion at 154 pounds. He has all his
It was in
belts.
yeah, but that was an embarrassing fight for him. And
Yeah.
I said it before. I think me and Mike spoke about it. I was interested to see how he was gonna go into that fight because of all the commotion that's going on with the training camp.
Right.
Derek James is horrible. He is.
Is he Buddy McGirt?
Yeah, he done turned into Buddy McGirt.
Yeah, he's horrible. You just had 2 back-to-back embarrassing losses in your camp.
Right.
I think it's time for all of them to move on from him. I think Errol Spence already did.
He better. He want to survive.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought it was rumored that he was, and then he didn't, or something weird. I'm probably wrong.
Well, I'll get that information. But if he didn't, they should.
So,
they should.
This is the obvious question for you. So who should Alvarez fight next?
Artur Beterbiev.
Now, hypothetically,
or Benavidez. Sorry, no, Benavidez or Artur Beterbiev.
Okay. So you really want to say Benavidez? I know you do. So if he beats Benavidez, how would you feel about Alvarez as a boxer?
I would call that one of his best wins in his career. I would be very impressed to see that he still had it in him after fighting tomato cans for so long. That he still had the ability to be a quality fighter.
This is the lovely thing about doing these type of podcasts, because it's recorded. This is history being recorded now. There's no longer check the files. We're gonna rewind the file.
Shout out to Cinnamon.
What do you think, Rob? What do you think, Lamont?
I mean, I think he's been beating who he's supposed to beat. I mean, we don't look at, it's funny how we judge all these other fighters, but we don't do that with Floyd. Floyd was doing the same thing.
Yes, I 100%.
Even Roy Jones, to a certain extent, once he started fighting the people that he should have been fighting, he was looking bad. So I think Alvarez is a good fighter. I don't think that he can. Nothing is going to hurt his legacy at this point. I think he's solid.
No, agree. He's a Hall of Fame fighter.
Yeah,
right.
I want to get it up.
No, I will say he's navigated the terrain marvelously. Like, his handlers are great.
He's able to grab potato cans and put them in a cart. It's amazing.
Right. And that's Am's logic.
We can have some music I can play for that. All right. So, lastly, we'll get down to these picks. Last week's picks. Lamont wasn't here, but he sent me his picks. And honestly, yeah, the winner of this week would technically be Lamont. The thing is, well, Am got 11. He had 11 wins as well. But you were 1 game short. So you would have a higher percentage, technically.
Hold on.
Cheater.
Am was 10-6. You were 8-8 again, Mike Tomlin.
You're missing a game.
No.
8-8 would be 6.
What game am I
was 9-8.
This man.
Am was 11 and 6.
What game am I?
You were 11-5. I don't know. I put my stats. I have them here.
No, I was 12-4.
I don't believe that.
How am I? Yeah, the only games I lost on was the Bengals, Miami, Steelers,
okay,
and Falcons.
No, it was one more. We'll go back. I'll go back and check.
Yeah,
I'll go back and check. It doesn't seem very accurate.
I can't never get my gold. I can't get my gold medal.
No, we'll go back. We'll go back. So going into this week's, and it's official too. Brewers lose 5-2. Terrible.
Regular.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They looked like regular weed. Right out the gritty. Horrible.
Doing all that to get in the playoffs for that to happen.
Man. All right.
So it's a wrap for them.
Yeah.
Yep, it's over. They got swept.
Mm.
Not even a gentleman's 30. All right. So we going into week 5. But with Lamont, we'll say Lamont won this week.
Okay.
That would mean that it looks like everybody's won a week so far. So
Okay. That's fair.
yeah. So they're going
We have
into
to
this week.
calculate the totals, though.
Anyway. I gotta start working on my sound effects so I can start playing. Because the cricket would have been perfect if I would have. Stay tuned. I'll get better. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into this week. We got Bears and Commanders. Who you got, Lamont?
Oh,
Commanders.
terrible.
I got Commanders.
Where they playing?
They're playing in Washington.
Commanders. Shit.
All right. Decent game. Jaguars and the Bills in Buffalo.
Bills.
I'm going Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Another interesting game. Titans and Colts in Indianapolis.
Colts.
Going Titans.
I'm going Colts.
Titans winning 2 in a row. You both are wrong. Saints and Patriots.
Saints.
I'm going Patriots.
I'm trying to think if Carr will be back. I'm going to go Patriots.
Ravens Steelers.
That's
Ravens.
Gonna be a good one.
I'm going Ravens. Even though it's going to be, that's kind of a rival game too.
Yeah.
They're playing in Pittsburgh.
I'm going Steelers.
All right. Texans and Falcons. In Atlanta.
Texans.
I'm going Texans as well.
I hate going with you guys. Yeah, I'll go Texans.
All right. It should probably be an easy one. Panthers and Lions in Detroit.
Lions.
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 Damn, that's crazy to say.
Right. Giants and Dolphins.
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 It's in Miami. You sure you want to? No.
I think so. I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't care if they was playing in Mexico.
Yeah, no, we all got Miami. Bengals and Cardinals.
Where are they playing?
Bengals. They're playing in the Cardinals.
So they play inside. I'll go Bengals.
I'm going Bengals. This is 4th game. He should be warmed up now. Is Burrow playing?
Yeah, Burrow playing.
They need to sit him. They need to sit him
He's
down.
He's warmed up now. This is his mark.
I'm going to go Bengals, but I'm going to say this. They need to sit Burrow down because I have a feeling his Achilles is going to go.
Yeah, you said that. You mentioned that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right, next, Eagles at the Rams.
Eagles.
Yeah, I'm still going Eagles.
I'm going to go Rams.
Okay. Jets and Broncos. Should be a good game.
Yeah.
I'm going Jets.
Where
It's
where
in
they
Denver.
playing?
It's in Denver. But I'm going Jets. They played good last week.
They did. I'm gonna go Broncos.
They both trash. It's like
Gotta go with the home team in that case.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I just don't. Zach Wilson. I don't think he can have two good back-to-back games. I'm gonna go
Right.
Broncos.
Chiefs and the Vikings. Seems pretty
Chiefs.
obvious.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Probably game of the week, and I will be watching Louis C.K. at the Fiserv on Sunday nights. Cowboys and 49ers.
49ers.
Ooh.
They playing.
Where they playing?
They playing in San Fran.
49ers.
You know, I'm going to
Who
say
you going with, Mike?
I'm going to say the 49ers because of it's going to come down to defenses, and I don't trust Dak under that kind of pressure. Purdy's been really proving himself offensively too.
He's still weak.
Damn, man. You know what? I'm gonna go Cowboys.
All right.
Lastly, we got Packers and Raiders.
Packers.
You know, I'm gonna
And
go
I think
Packers.
I'm going to that game. Yeah, I
You
think I'm
going to
going
that
to that game. Yeah.
Hey, how's the arena? How's the arena?
Lovely.
Is it one of the best
Yeah,
ones you've been
it's
in?
nice. I haven't been to football games. This will be my first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the best I've ever been in. No other arena can compare to it.
Right.
I'm gonna go Packers.
Okay.
We will see. We will see. All right, that's it. Any last words?
I've just been thinking about if I want to go Bears or not.
Go ahead.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it now?
All right, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna do it.
All right.
All right.
Follow, subscribe.
Feels good to be on top.
We'll see after this week.
Talking spicy.
Just saying. What I do want to do
unnecessary, brother. That was unnecessary, brother.
Well, I mean, when it was your time to shine, you guys gloated. Let me have a little bit.
You're right.
But no, what would be interesting to see is that tallying up the numbers from all 3 weeks so far.
Well, we can.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Do that. So yeah, we'll get up next week and see what happens. Later, brothers. Love y'all.
All right, brother. Love
all
you too, man.
Later.
All right, y'all.
All right, go. Oh, man.